Raphael, it's great to have you here, and we learned a lot about your students, but would you mind to tell us a little bit about the real challenges being a student here in such a university, in such a rural area?
Sure. When you say real challenges, permit me to say the real challenge here is that in Catholic University, whether you like it or not, you have to learn. And a lot of people have issues with that. But that is not an issue, because once you are in the university, that is what you signed up for. You have to learn. And then, but practically, the challenge here is a lot of us are coming from a background that is very new to IT. So when it comes to handling IT gadgets, it's a bit of a problem. But thanks to the administration of Catholic University, we are finding a way around it, and a very positive one. The lecturers are doing their best. The only problem is that most of our systems on campus are really obsolete, so it makes it kind of difficult. They are also doing their best to get us internet access and all those things, but sometimes the telecommunications come with their own issues. So no matter how much the university administration puts in, these become challenges for us. Also with the students, we have two streams of students. We have the weekend students and then the regular students. Particularly the weekend students are supposed to be the working class who spend their weekends coming to school, so they make their own adjustments. There are some of us in the regular school who are also workers. Me, for example, I am a staff of Ghana Education Service, but I was granted a 4-year study leave to be here for my program. So for all the 4 years, I have the time to be on campus to take my courses with all the dignity that it deserves. Okay. So those are some of the challenges in there. But then again, when you come, students have to feed themselves on campus here, and that is another angle that needs to be looked at another time. The school has made beautiful provision for hostels where students can reside on campus. Currently, our hostels, 3 blocks of them are filled up. So the school has to source for accommodation outside. They've gotten into contracts with private hostel owners to help house some of our students.
Since we want to learn from each other, yeah. So our people in Germany are very much interested in the daily life of the students. You mentioned those crowded hostels. Can you describe how students live in a hostel?
Yeah, in the hostels, our rooms are designed such that a student can apply for a single person in a room, or 2 persons in a room, 3 persons. The maximum is 4 persons in a room. And there are 2 types of rooms. We have one that we call the self-contained. In that room, you have your washroom and everything inside. And then we have the shared. With the shared rooms, there is nothing like the washroom inside, but there's a general washroom for all those students on that particular block. So that's the kind of hostel facility we have around. There's a general kitchen that is provided for each floor, so that you don't necessarily have to cook in your room, but there's a kitchen. But the unfortunate thing is most students don't make use of the kitchens around. Yeah.
On average, how much needs a student spend for living? And let's say, what would you guess, what are the average costs for a student to study here at the Catholic University?
Yeah, for the cost, it will be difficult to place a finger on a specific cost, because of the different courses that we take. So for example, those who are taking the education courses will pay less compared to those who are in the health and allied sciences department. Mm-hmm. Now, this is because with the health and allied sciences department, you need to be going for practicums, you need to be going for other developmental skills, so it involves a lot. So for them, they pay much more higher as compared to students in other faculties.
Just to give a rough idea about the cost, can you mention the average fee for a student, for a regular student?
Okay, the average fee as at now for a regular student hangs around 5,000 Ghana cedis.
Per year?
Yes, that's for the
per
whole
year.
academic.
Okay. And how much in addition do they need for living?
Wow.
Depending on them, but on average?
But then on average, if a student wants to be very moderate, then I think a minimum of 2,000 Ghana cedis can help the student sustain him or herself on campus.
That means we say on average 7,000 Ghana cedis for a whole year is enough to support a student here in Ghana.
Yes.
All right.
No, that's in Catholic University. The other institutions vary, I say that because where we are now in Catholic University, is considered to be one of the food basket areas of Ghana, Bono region. So when it comes to issues with food, it's not so much difficult to get. But when you go to areas like Kumasi, Accra, Takoradi, Cape Coast, and those areas, food is a bit more expensive. So a student around that area may end up spending much more higher than a student in Catholic University will spend.
Last question, how do then we are in the food basket, as you said? I know that the situation in North is totally different. How do they survive?
The situation in the north of Ghana. Yeah, the one interesting thing is that per the climatic conditions of Ghana, each climatic area in Ghana has a specific food item that suits them. So with those in the northern region, because of the weather conditions and other things, corn or maize, and then